Hi, this is Eric Moss. I'm going to show you how to top rope solo with minimal gear, just an ATC guide and 2 locking carabiners. You could also use a gree instead of the guide, and then you only need 1 locker, but I actually prefer the guide because you can ratchet it tight and it locks, and the gree doesn't auto lock. So anyway, first thing we gotta do is get 1 strand to belay on. So right now we've got it set up for top rope mode, and I'm just gonna tie the one end to the other end, finish this figure 8. Let's make it as good as possible, as always. Alright, so now that can't go anywhere. So now when we pull this up, we now have 1 bomber strand to climb on. Now what we'll do is we will attach our ATC guide or whatever sort of auto-locking device. And make sure our beaners aren't closed, because our life depends on both of these beaners staying locked. So that's something that I'm going to want to keep my eye on, and especially this one, because, well, both of them really. Anyway, I'm also going to back this system up with backup knots as I go. So what I'm going to use is an alpine butterfly knot, and the way I do that is I make a couple loops, then I kind of finagle it, and then it'll dress into a butterfly knot. And I find that easier to do than overhands on a bite. The overhand on a bite I tend to need 2 hands for. So this one I'm able to do one-handed, and it provides a decent stopper knot that in case this auto-locking were to fail, then the stopper knot can jam in there. So that's the idea here. And I'm just gonna make them whenever it's convenient, but mainly I'm gonna make sure this is nice and tight, because I don't wanna fall any further than I have to, and these are just a backup. I actually don't want to have to fall on these, because then I'd have to slip down a few inches or however far to the last one. So when I get a good stance, I'll tie one of these, and I'll just show you again. It's I can do a video specifically on these knots, but they're pretty easy to tie one-handed, so I can just leave those in the system for now. And alright, so am I on belay? I mean, both of my beaners are locked. This is a triple locker, auto locker, so these are as tight as they can be, and I'm just going to make sure that I tend this very carefully as I go. So climb on. Alright, I've reached a decent stance. I even have 2 hands free. I could do the overhand, but I still like these because they're easier to get on. Oh, I screwed that up. They're easier to get undone after you've weighted them. Alright. Everything's still looking good. Pretty much every move, I'm just gonna adjust this to make myself feel secure.
Okay. See, like I can anchor you to this, so it won't rip you off the ground. And listen, I can set up on this one. These are hard. These are definitely the harder corners, which might not be good for all of you.
No. Yeah.
Am I allowed to go? All right.
You're good.
That's it.